1 year ago today, Attorney General Rosenblum revealed to Arise Johnson, the director of her Civil Rights Division, that her Department of Justice subjected him to illegal surveillance based on the Twitter hashtag Black Lives Matters, thereby profiling him based on his political speech and his race. In October of 2015, Mr. Johnson's colleagues targeted him and labeled him a threat to law enforcement because of a tweet he sent out 10 months prior on Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. This tweet contained the logo for the world-famous hip-hop group Public Enemy, along with a line from an intro from one of their albums. Although the community has called for accountability, a full year later, the DOJ has taken no action to address the atmosphere that fosters such profiling. Regardless of the Attorney General's purported outrage in the past year, there has been no diversity trainings, no anti-racial profiling trainings, no cultural competency trainings, no trainings for anti-bias to ensure that such violations do not occur in the future. And despite an investigation back in 2016 in March that acknowledged that statutes, policies, and procedures were violated, the state has not implemented the changes and the policy changes and the training changes suggested by the investigator. Today, we file a civil rights lawsuit against the Attorney General, Ellen Rosenblum, Deputy Attorney General, Fred Boss, and key state officials who contributed to the violations of the civil rights of Arise Johnson and other Oregonians who had used the hashtag Black Lives Matters. This is not an isolated problem. For years, the state of Oregon has had a deplorable record of violating the civil rights of its employees by taking heavy-handed tactics in dealing with those who dare to exercise their First Amendment rights, whether it be for political speech or when they seek to redress their grievances in court. Their approach in the context of litigation has been described as unprecedented in its scope and lack of regard for the law and the facts. Tactics which a federal court described as purposefully focused on chilling any attorney without a stout heart from an avalanche of pointless litigation. Employees wronged by the state have been encountering these tactics for years. Despite Attorney General Rosenblum's being aware of these nuclear tactics, clearly designed to dissuade and deter those with legitimate grievances from coming forward against the state, she has refused to address these issues and has at times remained willfully ignorant. When my client Arise Johnson took the position of Director of Civil Rights for the Oregon Attorney General, he swore to uphold the Constitution of Oregon and of the United States. He has given the Department of Justice every opportunity to make amends and address the harm that the state has inflicted on him and his reputation, but the state has failed to do so. His lawsuit today is staying true to his oath by exercising his own rights to hold the state accountable for the violation of his civil rights and to be made whole again.